Hello and welcome back to Haven and Hearth. So, as you can see, I have gotten myself down very low on the energy. I've got 3,575%, because I've just kind of been doing the stuff that needs to get done. And we're going to eat. But before we do that, I want to do something first. Just a real quick little thing here. Oh, I should probably go and harvest some of that millet as well. How's our apple tree doing? It's been growing real slow, but then again, I think it was because it was stuck in fall for a while there. 43%? That's not too bad. I've got this cheese that has been aging out here, and it has turned into the pecorino. Alright, so we're gonna grab that. What else do I got in my inventory? Oh, right, I've got that. That was the other thing I was gonna do before I ate. We'll do this first, and then we'll take care of that crystal. Alright, so I'm now going to make this a second tier cheese because I can't do anything more than a second tier without encountering the need for a cellar. But this one, the pecorino here, can in fact be put in the mine to create another successful cheese type that isn't just the generic Gouda. I could, like, say, throw that into, say, the house and just have it turned into generic Gouda. But generic Gouda is basically considered the fail state. As you can see, I've been clearing stuff out. That's why I'm so low on energy. Slowly but surely making room down here so that we can do some additional stuff. I did want to get that planted, the replant on the poppy cap. That's okay. We'll do that in a bit. We'll do that in a bit. You've already seen me do it, so we'll just end up pulling stuff out, repotting, all that sort of thing. I think I was waiting on... Oh, right. That was the other thing. I didn't have enough of the mulch. Yeah, I was waiting on mulch because I needed to finish this bed, which I don't think this 2 is going to be enough, but I'll just put that in for the moment. That was why I hadn't done the poppy cap. So I'm going to shift right click this. There we go. It is still not enough. It takes 12. It takes the full crafting amount to get it to repop, but you don't have to put the straw back in, and you don't have to replace it. So it is fine. What is the is the 16th day of the second month? It's summer, so it'll lock it at summer for a bit. I am going to have to be careful when it gets close to winter, but other than that, I'll do the rest of that mulch in a moment. For now, however, we are going to craft something with this crystal. So this crystal is something that you find randomly when you are mining. Right? It is a strange crystal. It is a curiosity. But as you can see, it's not a great one. It's 7.5 days. I mean, the 8,000, learning points is fine. But then again, that's at quality 29. Mental weight of 12 isn't the greatest. It's not terrible, but it's not great. And then experience cost of 10, so-so. But it can be made into something else. So we go into Symbol and Tableware. We're going to go to Cups, Mugs, Glasses, and Goblets. And we can make the Strange Crystal Glass. And as you can see, this gives both hunger reduction and food event bonus, which makes it kind of important, is for that food event bonus. So we'll go ahead and craft it. It is masonry and perception, both of which are above 29, so it shouldn't have a negative effect. There we go, a 29 quality strange crystal glass. It has 17 points of wear it can take. We're at 11.9% hunger reduction and a 1.7% food event bonus. So that will make getting stats a little bit easier. All right, we can just right-click that in, or I mean shift-click that in, not right-click. And there we go. We are now up to a 9% food event bonus. We are under 60% on our hunger modifier. So that's good. We are going to need to do something about food, though. Let's see. I did make some chicken chorizo in the interim. There's our seed crisp flatbread. We could probably eat a little bit more of that. The Obey is perception and int. Perception is still one of my lower stats. Psyche is still the lowest, even though it's not doing too bad. Yes, so we're going to want... I mean, I need strength, but at the same time, that's my highest stat. What else do I have? Because I've got some stuff floating around the cupboards here. There's some more seed crisp flatbread in there. More seed crisp flatbread and halloumi in there. I could probably eat some of that halloumi. Well, that's not much energy. That's the problem. Do I got anything else floating around anywhere else? Those are kind of base ingredients. More seed crisp flatbread. Oh, right, I just remembered. I do have something else, because I was making those Ring of Brodgar. And those are ready. Okay, Ring of Brodgar. 200% energy, which is much better than that cheese. Primarily agility with a secondary of psyche, and a possibility of constitution, probably just because of the flour we put in it. That sounds good to me, because let's see, agility is decently far behind. Intelligence, constitution, oh, no, where wasn't intelligence? It was psyche. Yeah, psyches are worse. We've got plenty of room on the agility to get up, so yeah, that sounds good to me. So let's just grab all of those, and we discovered it, because we hadn't seen this baked before. And this was the reason why I was saving poppy seeds, is because this specifically requires poppy seeds. So, alright, let's go ahead and start eating here. Our hunger level's still not great, but that's because we've been really pushing the stats. So, agility. Okay, we didn't get that on the second one, so we're going to eat a poppy pod to go with it. Con. Ring of Brodgar, and a poppy. Agility. Psyche. Hey, there's finally a Psyche. How we doing? We've only gotten a certain amount. Let me see. Do I have any more of those poppy pods around? Because that has been helping. I don't think I'm quite at the point where they won't help. I don't have any in here. Oh, wait a minute. I seem to remember I built a cupboard in the other house. And I don't recall what, if anything, I've done with it. Oh, I've got to take care of the sheep at some point here, too. Did I do anything? That's a lot of chickens out there. Right, we got a cupboard. There is nothing in it. That's why I couldn't remember what was in it. Hat, cough, and wheeze. Alright. I guess I can just start doubling up on the Rings of Brodgar. It'll probably get me a bunch of agility, but... Or I suppose I could eat the honey buns. Those are pure agility. That'll probably stretch things out a little bit further, because I saw I had honey buns in the table still. Yeah, there's a few honey buns. We can do that. Means I'm definitely getting mostly agility here, but that's okay. We'll still get the occasional something else. Kind of like the Constitution I just got there. There's agility. There's agility. There's agility. Alright, I'm out of those. Bread? No, that's a whole lot of con. I mean, I can bring my con up a bit more, but what else do we got? That is perception, int. That is int and charisma. Yeah, I guess I'll eat those 2 pieces of bread to go with this. That's agility again. Also agility. Alright, I think I've reached the point where I can't really eat anything else to match any of the stats on this, so double up. Psyche, good. Con. Agility. Alright, I got one left. I'm going to shove it into the table for later. We're up over 40%. So, yeah, we're not going to be getting very much out of these until that comes back down. But we are most of the way full on our energy. You know what I think I will do? I will end up eating a couple of Sea Crisp flatbreads. There we go. We got some will. That was kind of low as well. All right, all of our stats are 40 or higher now. That is good. My strength is high enough, my agility is high enough, and my constitution is high enough that I feel comfortable fighting foxes. My unarmed combat is also 50, so yeah, I could go fist fight a fox now and be comfortable with it. That is at least my own personal estimation. That one is not one that has really gotten a lot of attention from the community. I would like to have all of my stats up to 100, though, before I try to tame another cattle, because they're a lot stronger. So let's see, what do we got here? There was one of those, one of the sheep, one of the it wasn't you, I can tell already, because you're a male. Quality 51, what is the quality on this guy? Big boy is 70, yeah, so that little ram will go, let's in fact do that. I think I have, yes, you. There we go. But this one here, if I want to inspect that, that is a U65. That will end up replacing one of the other ones once it has grown. I've actually been letting that one, you know, grow. So, come on, little guy. We're going on an adventure. My 32, what is your quality? Is it going to matter? 51, yes, it'll matter. Alright. That's annoying. Alright, come on, little guy. We're going on an adventure. You're gonna love it. Alright. Let's see, I need my higher quality stone axe. There we go, and then we can... Oh, right, I've got to... For some reason, I have to unleash it first, and then I can slaughter it. I don't know why it does it that way, but you'd think, hey, I can just slaughter it while it's on the leash. That would make sense. But no, you've got to do it that way. Come on. Almost there. And this actually kind of works out because most of the stuff's going to have to go in these cupboards anyway. Alright. And we just kind of go through the whole process. I know I've shown this before, but figure, you know, showing something like this every once in a while isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just kind of as a reminder. You skin, you clean, you butcher, you collect the bones. Oh, we got 2 intestines from that. That'll make for good sausage. Which does remind me, we need to go check on the rabbits. The chickens, too, I suppose. But as soon as we have some rabbit meat available, we're going to make some of that running rabbit sausage. There we go, and collect the bones. Alright, so now, let's get some of this stuff put away. You can go with you. You guys are fine. We'll just kind of shove that in there. You can get studied. Bones. 47 bones. We'll hang on to that for a minute. I think that's better than the actual quality on my saw. What was stopping me from getting a better saw? That kind of becomes the question there. Let's see. Bone saw. Survival and int. What are my survival and int? Survival is 40, so I might want to raise that a little bit. My int is 43, so that going up to... I'd like to get it at least to the point where the bone isn't... where I'm not dragging down the quality of the bone. And I think that 47 was the highest one I've got so far. Oh no, I've got some 50s up there, so okay. Right, so we're going to want to increase stats, etc., etc., etc. Alright. Oh, right, I remember something else I was doing. Let me grab those sheepskins. I'll put that one in. What about you? What do you got? Yeah, you got one as well. Excellent. All right. Now, normally I would just go ahead and put those in the tub there. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one. We're just going to kind of stick it there. Oh, I didn't mean both. All right, I got that. Let me get rid of these other things here first. So the intestines were put in by the grinder. The entrails go in a big pile by the fire so that I can make more liver and onions. Oh, speaking of, I think those onions are ready. Yeah, those onions are ready. We'll get that in a minute. I had somewhere I left some bits of hide. I did this last episode. Where did I put them? I might be blind. That's wool. That's gauze. I made all that so that I would have some on hand in case I needed it. Don't see it there. That's ghost pipes. I don't see... I mean, there's one piece of hide that I actually had sitting around. I probably could have used that last time. I might end up using that this time. I know I had one of... Because I had cut one of these in half. The sheepskin, I had done the split. And I had it sitting around somewhere. Because I didn't quite have enough. And I do not see it. I got the old pants and the shirt in here. You know, did I stick it in, like, one of the things out here? No, there's some leather. That would have been the one I would have stuck it in, I would think. Oh, you know what? There's the little basket here. Is it in the basket? No. Where did I leave things? I need to sit down and organize this stuff at one point. Alright, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to worry about it. I will find it when I find it. Because there was that one piece of squirrel hide. Which, yes, it's only 10 quality, but whatever. We will split this sheepskin. Those are both 54. That will probably do way better. We are going to make boots. Boots. Where are hats and headwear? Boots. All right. Fur boots. And it takes 3 pieces of hide and 2 string. Because that is one of the pieces of gear we did not get to upgrading last time. That is the wrong thing. Because we're still wearing our wooden clogs. Which has a corn braid in it. It has a corn braid. But we can probably do better than 19. I'm almost certain we can do better than 19. And the reason we're not making leather boots is because those are armor and they will get destroyed in a fight. So I don't want to go put a bunch of farming gilding on something that'll get destroyed. Now, if I had a gilding for, like, unarmed combat or something like that, maybe. Yeah, you'll do. Alright. Fur boots. Craft. There we go. 56 quality fur boots. Not too terrible. Now, we're going to want to put the braiding in these as well. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah. Stone gildings, corn braid. We are going to need 2 of the finer plant fibers. Hey, look, that's what we're standing next to. There is also the 3 straw, which we will come and get it from the high quality pile. Just like last time. There we go. Alright, 84. Nice. Alright, let's see. 5% chance of success. Do it. Okay. It went in, but it did use up the slot, so I can't gild it again. That is 8 farming, which I believe our current ones are only 7. Yes. That is correct. So we'll take those off, put those on. There we go. We got proper boots now. Yeah, 358. And the old ones were 257. So not a whole lot of increase. Not like some of the other ones, but an increase all the same. Let's move on. Rabbits. I said I needed to go check the rabbits. Just so many random things to do this time. Alright, let's see. Let's just kind of toss that in there for the moment. Call that good. Head down over here. Alright, so we've got our cheese that's already in the thing. It's probably not going to show anything at this moment. Yeah, not even the tiniest sliver, because this part of the process takes 88 hours. Real life, 88 hours. So that won't even be ready for the time I'm recording the next episode. Let's take a look at our rabbits. They could use a bit more food, but otherwise are alright. None of you have grown up yet. That's unfortunate. We don't have anything in there because we didn't need it. Chickens. Alright. Let's pull the chicks out. I'm going to pull out any eggs that are under 20. So 18, 16, 18. That'll do. We'll let the rest go. Chicks. Oh, hey, look at this. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the chicks in. And take a look at what we've got here. So let's see. What do we need? Our lowest there is 17 on that, and our cock is 23. None of those are... Oops, that was... dang it, now I gotta take it. Alright. You can't put the dead chickens back in. 22 and 24, however, we will be taking. That's okay. We would have ended up with one of these anyway. 22 and 24. We will... Alright. And then... do... that. There we go. Yeah. We've got our spare there. Good. I will probably have to bring some more food down for the rabbits. That's fine. I'll remember to do that in between episodes. Maybe. They still got enough for a while if they, if I forget. Alright, so we got some more chickens. Hey. Ring neck. Ring neck. There we go. Alright. Let's process the chickens. We'll tidy up our eggs here. There we go. We've got feathers. Oh, that's completely full. Oh, I got a second one behind it, don't I? Yeah, alright. Pluck, pluck, and pluck. It is just annoying that it doesn't send them directly in when I'm like this. Because that would sure be nice, wouldn't it? Alright. We will clean, clean, clean. We will butcher, butcher, butcher. Oh, look, we got a wishbone. Oh, I'm already studying one. That's okay, I can go stick it in the table. Along with these brains. Oh, yeah, we're going to need to do something about that soon again, too. We'll maybe make a little bit more of that. It's just kind of the routine here, you know? You kind of got to establish a routine with getting all this stuff done and still leaving time for new things. Unfortunately, until I get my strength stat up, I can't go towards that metal. At least not in any sort of, like, real way. What did I have? I can make some chicken chorizo, right? I've got the stuff for that. Food. Nope. Food. Sausages. Chicken chorizo. Yeah, I just need to grab some more of the mutton. Which, yeah, I've got 3 right there. There we go. 3 and 3. Take that. You know what? I probably should shove the eggs in. There we go. We'll do something with those eggs at some point. Alright. We'll come over here. We'll do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do that again. And then we will say craft all, and that'll use 3 intestines. Now we could make a smokehouse. The problem is determining what wood to use with what sausage is a pain in the butthole. Most of them are undocumented. So I don't really want to mess with it. Yes, it can make things better, and it makes it count as a different food, but there is a limit to how much I care. I know there are some combinations out there that are really, really good. Most of those are for strength, because strength is probably the single most important stat for so many of the jobs. Taming animals, fighting animals while hunting, fighting other players, mining. So much is determined by the strength stat that a lot of effort goes into kind of making the process of increasing strength very granular and very well researched. So that's, really good. But for something like that chicken chorizo, where, let's see, what is the primary stat on that? Perception? Yeah, not so much. Dexterity? Not so much. Will? There's a decent amount of research into the will, but that's the least of this one. There's probably some other thing that's going to be better. I'm waiting to make the running rabbit. Yes, it's intelligence, it's agility, but I just kind of want to make a different sausage. I could go hunt some hedgehogs and make a hedge dog. I suppose I could always make a cave dog if I've got the mushrooms. What was the stats on the cave dog? Perception and psyche? Again, there's just not a whole lot of, real reason to do it. Foxwurst? I don't know how much fox I have. Obviously, every one foxwurst that I make is going to be 2 running rabbits. I can't. There's 2 fox meat there, but I am now confident in my ability to hunt foxes. Where and what do I have as far as... Wait a minute. What is this? There's the 2 pieces of sheepskin. I left them in a pile like that so they would be in my way, so I would pick it up. There's 3 there. I knew there was some more fox around. That's just the fox hide. Yeah, so I've got those 3 there. Yeah, I'm not going to make a foxwurst because I am not confident in... Well, I mean, I'm confident in my ability to take out a fox. I am not so confident in my ability to find one and be able to actually kill it on the run. We could go look. You know what? We got a couple of minutes left. I'm going to grab my shield, and we're going to head out and see if I can find a fox to kill. That might make something actual happen this episode. Right? Right. Alright, so I will come back once I have found a fox to fight. So I'll be right back. Alright, not far from home, I have found a fox. I want to position myself in such a way where it doesn't flee into the forest, but rather into the plains, because that way I might be able to keep up with it. Now, Mr. Fox, why don't you come fight me? Alright, here we go. And I've set myself to sprint, just like I would with the bats, because at some point it will try to run. Here we go. Excellent. There we go. I managed to successfully hunt down a fox. Let's go ahead and pick that up. You know what? I've got my good thing with me, so let's just skin it and everything here. Because I brought my my higher quality axe. There we go, 40. Pretty good. would have definitely been ruined by the other axe. And this part, just like taking care of the lambs. It's got a bigger brain, which counts as a different a different curiosity, so I will be able to just study that as long as I've got the what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now. The attention. There we go, which I believe I do. So this is a small brain, not a tiny brain. Much better as far as mental weight and all that is concerned. So we'll study that. That'll give us a nice little boost. All right. So, should I go make some foxwurst? Nah, I think we'll save that for the next episode. Now that I'm confident in my ability to hunt down foxes, I think I will go and hunt a few, and we will do some stuff with that next episode, because our cheese still won't be ready. But that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.